What's going on, guys? It's AM Aaron. I just got back from a job interview. Let's hope this video blows up so I never have to go to this job in my life. But yeah, I got another one today for you. It's going to be a neutral guide. I got a lot of comments asking me to cover neutral, what to do in neutral. So we're going to be going over that. We're going to be going over how to control space, anti-airs, and using projectiles to stop forward approach. Stuff like that. And at the end of the video, I'm going to give you guys a little training routine, something you can do in the lab to sort of prepare yourself for what's to come in game. I know myself, it's hard for me to learn something in game because I'm trying to think, I'm trying to do everything at the same time. So it can be easier to break it down in the lab and then apply it in games after. But yeah, hope you enjoy, and yeah. Alright guys, so here we are in training mode, and there's a couple things I want to go over with neutral. The first thing I want you guys to think about neutral as is with three different things. So first, you have to control the space around you so that your opponent can't do whatever they want. Then, you need to be able to take space and push them into the corner so that you can have an advantageous position. And then, you need to whiff punish. So, first thing I want to go over, controlling space, fireballs. So, I know the first thing you do every time you get in a game is throw a fireball. Maybe EX. I fought a bunch of DJs who immediately their first round start move is throw EX fireball. That's okay, but I want you to understand why you're throwing the fireballs. So, what fireballs do is they travel across the screen and they put a hitbox the entire way, so it makes it so they can't move in a horizontal line. They have to either sit there and take time to deal with the fireball, or jump over the fireball and take space and put themselves in a risky position. So the only time you ever actually want to use a fireball is to stop your opponent from taking space. So if they're just walking towards you and you don't want them to walk towards you, throw a fireball at them. Or if they're whiffing special moves or, doing buttons over there to try and just skip neutral, throw a fireball. It's also very good to stop drive rush. So I wanted to say that. The other thing I wanted to say about fireballs is that, so he has the feint one. You guys can kind of understand how to use this one. You make them think you're throwing a fireball and then you get ready to anti-air. That's the light one. The medium one is his least risky fireball. It is only, 44 total duration? I don't know. Anyway, this one is 60 frames of total duration, so the heavy fireball lasts a lot longer, so that means that if they jump over this, they're going to have a lot of time to punish you, whereas the medium one, you can act a lot faster. The heavy one, it takes a lot of time for you to be able to do anything out of it. So just keep that in mind. If your opponent's very active and maybe jumpy, maybe stick to the medium fireball, and throw in some late fireballs to call out a jump and just get ready to anti-air. But yeah, that's basically all I wanted to say about the fireballs. And of course, use EX Fireball to go through their fireballs and make sure you confirm off of it. You can get a lot of damage from just anticipating that they're going to throw a fireball. So that's really good against Shotos who like to sit over there and throw fireballs. But the other thing about controlling space is anti-air. And DeeJay is a charge character, so there are kind of two ways he has to think about anti-airing, and it's when he has charge and when he doesn't have charge. So what I mean by charge, I mean when you're holding down back. If you're walking backwards, you have charge for projectiles, but you don't have charge for his DP. So if you're maybe trying to back up to make some space, you're not going to have charge, you're not going to be able to DP. So let's go over when you have charge first. When you have charge, of course, you're going to want to use his heavy DP. This move is projectile invincible, or not projectile invincible, air invincible. If you connect with an opponent, it's what you're going to want to use. The medium DP you can also use, but it does slightly less damage and I don't think has as good of a knockdown, but you can really use either. I usually go for the heavy one. And his reversal off of DP is EX, of course. It is invincible, so if you're on knockdown, you're holding down back and you don't want to take the pressure, use DP, you'll get out of there. So this is for when you have charge. When you're being patient and holding your space, you will have charge. When you are trying to advance, or you are walking backwards to try to bait a whiff, you're not going to have charge and it's going to be a lot harder to anti-air. But DeeJay actually still has pretty solid options. His first option, grounded normal, back heavy kick. Back heavy kick is a great normal. So DeeJay's other really good anti-air, other than back heavy kick, is going to be his jump target combo, which is medium punch into heavy punch. And this move is a lot easier to do on reaction, I would say. And also, the other thing about back heavy kick is that on cross up it tends to whiff. So if they're jumping over your head, you're not really going to be able to do anything about it. But if you do a jump back, you can call it out with his target combo. So that's going to be probably what you're going to want to use this move for. When back heavy kick wouldn't work, you want to use the target combo. Okay, so the other thing I want to talk about with controlling space, we went over projectiles to control ground, we went over anti-air to control the air. Now let's talk about using buttons. So his buttons, they have very different ranges you can use them off of. So let's start from the farthest range. So his stand heavy kick is going to be your best whiff punish button by far. The only downside about this button is that on normal and counter hit, you don't get anything except a little bit of frame advantage. So if you do hit them with it, make sure to press after, take a little bit of space. You will win if they try to press a button and their hurt box will be extended, so just be ready for that. And counter hit, it's the same thing. You're +3, so you do have more time to get in there and use something, but you still don't get a combo. What you're going to want to look out for is if you whiff punish, it'll be punish counter. And when it's punish counter, you get big nasty combo. So be ready for that. If you don't want to spend much meter at all, you can do something like that. Start your strike throw. But, so that's stand heavy kick. Stand heavy kick is fantastic. Keep it in mind. After that, I'm going to say the next farthest range you have is his stand heavy punch. And his sweep. They about cover the same range. You're going to want to use sweep to whiff punish something that is very low. And then we come to close range. So close range, his buttons are good. I would say good. They're not the best in the game, but they're definitely usable. His normal that you're going to want to check dashes for and sort of hit them in the shins is stand light kick. This move covers great range, has pretty good duration, very active, and it just works. It does what you need it to do to check a dash. His fastest normal for getting out of pressure and, I mean, stopping anybody approaching with some nonsense is his standing light punch, 4 frames. These are probably your most important light buttons. Other than that, his low. His low is crouching light kick, and this is his only low that he can combo off of, which is really weird to say, but it is true. But this move, it has a really hard time getting to an actual confirm, because it knocks back really far, and the only thing you can cancel into, or combo into, is crouching light punch. From certain ranges, it just won't work. One more option I want to throw in here is Just Cool. Just Cool, his sway, is actually really good at taking space. Something I have been doing in neutral is doing Just Cool and doing the dash forward in their face. This goes through projectiles and covers a lot of distance. I feel like it covers more distance than his forward dash. It's about as much as his forward dash, but the other thing that you can do that's really good is you get a dash backwards after, which is really fast. And so something I've done to catch people a lot with this character is do the dash forward, make them want to punish me, immediately go backwards one more time. They do like stand medium kick or stand medium punch, and you whiff punish with heavy kick. And now you get a punish counter combo just for moving in their face. And try that out. It actually works a lot more than you would suspect. Really good. But yeah. If you get into their space and use Just Cool, that's another thing I think is going to end up being good with this character, because whiff punish with the low option does give you a combo. On punish counter, it will combo. I'm pretty sure it's like +6? +6, yeah. So you can get a crouching medium punch. Very good. Very good. So yeah, take some space, use Just Cool to get out. If they whiff punish right then and there, and they make a whiff is what I'm saying, go to punish them. Use the light normal. If you're not confident that you were ready in time, you can always use the overhead. And the overhead is actually really good because on block it's plus. It's only +1. Yeah, so that's how you want to use his buttons in neutral. But just to recap, how you're going to want to approach neutral with DeeJay is use projectiles to control their actions and not let them just do whatever they want. Then, when they start responding to the fireball with either walk forward and block or jump, you want to either be ready to anti-air or take space of your own, and then start getting into their range. When you're in their range, they're going to press a button to stop you from being in their range. They don't like that. So be ready to whiff punish. Stand heavy kick is by far your best whiff punish. If that isn't working, sweep. Sweep is fantastic. If that's not working, you've got a lot of solid options to use with DeeJay. But yeah, that's a little bit of an overview with neutral with DeeJay. I've got a few more things I'm going to put at the end of the video. I'm going to do a little bit of gameplay, and I'm going to commentate over it and explain what I'm doing in neutral. Hopefully you guys get some, knowledge out of seeing it in action. And then at the very end of the video, I'm going to put a little bit of a training routine you can do to practice some neutral options. But yeah, stick around. Alright guys, we've got a Marissa here. This should be good. She doesn't have a projectile, so I'll be able to control her a little bit. I will say, I'm not the best at this game. I've been playing a lot. I haven't played online very much yet, specifically ranked, but yeah. So the first thing, let's control her actions. Let's use some projectiles and see what she does. It looks like she's a jumper, so we're going to keep that in mind. Try to poke out a little bit. Take her space, see what she does. She jumps in, okay. Oh, right. You can't do that against this character, I always forget. She jumps. Okay, we anti-air that, now we're in. We whiff the meaty. It happens. Use some of that pressure I talked about. Make the drive rush whiff. Very good. That was terrible. She does appear to be jumping quite often. Yep, we take that. We take our pressure in the corner. And that'll be that. But yeah, you can see I'm trying to control her actions with projectile. She likes to jump, so we're going to be ready for that. And we whiff the anti-air. That's so sad. A little bit of a parry there. You'll love to see it. And okay, a little bit in. Oh, she knew about the feint. Ain't nobody knows about the feint yet. I'm impressed. Oh, my game. Why they do me like that? Oh, yeah, see, that's a good example of why not to use that as an anti-air. It just doesn't work, man. Oh, I tried to whiff punish. Not happening. There it is. And that was some footsies. But yeah, that was actually a pretty good example for you guys. So I'll throw that in. Alright guys, and the last thing I want to go over to help you with neutral is to set the bot for two different chordings. So I have a couple different ones here. The two I have turned on are pretty simple. The first one is she just holds down back and dashes forward, and the second one is she holds down back and jumps forward. And so what you're going to want to do with this is you can do a couple different things. If you want to practice neutral, you can go to full screen, set her to this, and try to use your projectiles to stop her from approaching. And when she gets close, be ready to anti-air. Oh, yeah, I'm trash. There we go, we got one. See right there, I was ready to go in for some offense. We're not doing that right now. And if you do it the wrong way, that's okay. But really, just sitting here and learning how to react with the right option helps you so much in neutral, because it really is a big part of the game. Just controlling their options and making it so that you're always ready to stop them in their tracks. Just make sure you use different options. Use the medium projectile. Use the jump target combo every here and there. You know, just try stuff out. The jump target combo is really good for anti-air. And the back heavy kick is also really good, but it is situational, I would say. So I'm going to try to use the back heavy kick the next time she jumps. Oh, she doesn't want to jump. But yeah, it's good. They will cross you up if you're in too close. I'll try to make that happen. Like there. There was no way to do it with back heavy kick, but if we're right here and she jumps, we can use the target combo. Just two recordings, really helpful. One holding down back, dashing forward, one holding down back and then jumping. And then you'll get used to the feel of sort of using projectiles to stop them, and then when they try to jump over it, anti-air them. Another option you might want to add is drive impact. I see a lot of people drive impacting through projectiles in neutral. And if you use the heavy projectile, they're going to go right through it, you're going to get punish countered. But if you use the medium one, you actually will be okay to drive impact back or parry or something like that. The light one, of course, you'll be fine, but it just depends. So that's about all I wanted to do with this video. Went over all the normals on how to whiff punish and gave you just a little bit of gameplay. I'm going to be doing more of that in the future, so let me know what you thought. But yeah, that's about all I have. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to drop a comment, like, subscribe, all the good stuff. The channel's been doing so well. I appreciate all the support so much. There's a lot of DeeJay players out there. But yeah, thank you so much, and have a great day, you guys.